What's up guys, welcome back to another video. What you're watching here is the first climb of SBT Gravel. This is a 4.5-mile climb with some pretty steep kicks in the last 1 kilometer or so, between 20 and 25%, which you'll see here in a little bit, and all of it at 8,000 feet of altitude. There's a few reasons why I decided to post this footage, which we'll discuss here in a second. What will make this video a lot more enjoyable to watch and give you a real context of how hard this climb was and how fast we were going up with it is the actual data overlays on the screen. So on the top right, you'll see the altitude. Bottom right, you'll see my power and cadence. Top left will be the grade, and make sure you keep a real close attention to that, especially on the last 1K to go. Bottom right, you'll see the speed and heart rate as well. The first reason I decided to post this climb is just simply the fact that there isn't any info out there from the black course, which is the only race that actually goes up this climb. The black course was new for this year, so hopefully if you did the race this year but on a different group and you plan on maybe getting in a bit of a bigger challenge next year, you will have a better idea of what it is, what it takes to get up this climb. If you watch my full SBT video, which I will link down below in case you haven't, I did a full race breakdown, and this climb was where I lost the front group because I just didn't have the right gearing required for the steep pitches at the top, which I wish I would have gotten up this climb, because after this I was able to ride every other climb. Now I did ride it at my pace. Of course I was suffering a lot, but I did manage to get up every other climb without having to get off my bike. So this brings me back to my first point. There just wasn't much info out there regarding the course. For racers that live on that side of the world and are pretty used to this type of races, it's probably very simple. Just run an Eagle setup, which ideally I will do next year if I come back. Hopefully I will get picked from the lottery again and I'll get a better chance at this race because I really enjoyed it. I will still keep my 1x48 teeth front ring, but instead of running a 10 to 44 XPLR cassette like I did this year, I'll ideally run a 10 to 52 Eagle mountain bike setup. I went with this gearing because this is what I ran at Unbound and I had a great race. I finished 7th overall and 2nd in my age group. There's also a video from that from Unbound in the Amateur 200. I will post that down below in case you guys are new to the channel and haven't watched that. Up until this race, that's literally, or I wouldn't say literally, but really the only climbing race I ever done, especially on gravel. Some of you guys know, if you've been following the channel, I'm from Florida, so I know nothing about climbing. So Unbound went really good for me, so I thought, okay, maybe I should just go with the same gearing, and I was so wrong. The difference between SBT and Unbound was that Unbound had very steep pitches, but they were all short, maybe like 3 minutes the longest. I would say maybe 4. I guess depends on the speed that you were going up them. I don't think I spent more than 3-4 minutes going up anything at Unbound. They were very steep, but they were short, so you're able to manage it. But like, for example, this climb was 4.5 miles with the steepest part at the top 22 miles into the race, and the watts that I had to do at 8,000 feet, which you get to see here in a second. I think the power overlay, it really shows the effort that I had to put in, which you also hear me, all my suffering and the people around me. So like I was saying, the watts that I had to do at 8,000 feet of elevation just to keep moving. Like, you'll see me passing riders. It's not that I was faster than them and that I wanted to go that speed. I honestly just couldn't go any slower. That was the easiest gear that I had. And although I knew I was on the easiest gear, you'll hear my computer, the beep that you hear sometimes that's coming from my Garmin, and that's literally telling me you have no more gears. So that's just the slowest I could have gone in that moment just to be able to keep moving, which was pretty crazy. Like, those watts that I was doing at 8,000 feet, me never even been to elevation before. Like, I can't even sustain that at sea level, so imagine what that took at 8,000 feet. Even the pros were running the Eagle setup, and I guess some other people were also running the SRAM, the new 13 speed. Tony had the new 13 speed SRAM red on his MV Mog, and he was able to make it over the top and stay with the front group, which unfortunately was not my case. When I started walking, you'll see him pass me. Also, when I had to walk, there's so many riders that just passed past me, and you can see how they were able to just stay on the bike and spin at easier gear. Like they weren't going fast, but they were still moving and they were still on the bike. I was going way slower, having to walk. And trust me, walking was not any easier at all, going up those 20% inclines with carbon sole, like really stiff carbon sole Shimano shoes. It just wasn't fun at all. Don't worry, I would not be commentating over the whole footage. I just wanted to give you guys some context on what you're actually watching. I'll just let it play out and let you guys hear all the suffering from me and the riders around me. I'm not even going to put any music over it. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate if you stick all the way to the end. If you guys enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe if you haven't. It really helps out the channel. I have a lot of cool content coming up, guys, with the TT bike, with the TT wheel setup. I just got a new bike, which I'm working on a video for you guys, and I got a lot of racing on the second half of the season, including 6 Gap Century just in a few weeks. So I'm gonna do another vlog, but also story style video like I did with SBT for 6 Gap Gravel. That is going to be really fun. Really hoping to get you know, a PR this year. That will be amazing. And yeah, just a lot of cool things coming, guys, I promise. So I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bad gearing choice. 48 is way too big.
Now if you have like a 52 too.
No, only have a 44. Dude, bad gearing choice.